And we're back, I hope. Let's see if the internet holds out. Alright, so yeah, internet went down, planned maintenance apparently, but it didn't bother informing anybody of it. So, we should be good to go now, hopefully. Where were we? Oh, yes. Okay, so we drained our thing. I'm gonna see if they actually plant crops in here now. Make you a high priority job just because I need to see if this works. And since that's drained, let me unpause or pause again and fix all this. Make that auto. Make that one auto. Auto. And play. Yeah, the polluted water seems to be only contaminating our food, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Guess we'll leave this open for now, just get rid of the rest of this polluted water. Oh, you can't reach that? Damn it. Just one more piece, and we can actually build this. Looks like it's all balanced out now. Ooh, we have 72 children though. Looks like they finally built this. Ooh, and they're building this too. I didn't even think about it. Oh, because they built this stupid thing first. I told you guys not to build that until everything was finished. It's fine. That should bring this number up a bit. I'm wondering if it's even worth it to have the bees because it gives us the negative. Why does nobody have books? Didn't we make a bunch of books? We got punch cards, which I don't even know what the hell that's for. We planted crops down here yet? Oh, all right. We have confirmed it. This officially works. You do need a 3D pole. Oops, doing it this way because this is too tall. However, I guess that's really not that big of a deal. So now we can start expanding. But before we do that, we're not desperate to expand right now. Oh my god, did you guys seriously get stranded? So frustrating when you guys do that. Are you idiots gonna come out of there or what? Oi, get the hell out of there. Thank you. Stupid beavers. Oh yeah, that gave us almost a 5. Now let's select a beaver. It'll let me. Select a beaver. Okay. They have a plus 60% lifespan now. I have to get it to 37 if I want them to live longer. Movement speed. Ooh, if I get it up one more, they'll go 40% faster. And get it up 4 more, increase another 20% speed. You're gonna have a thing no matter what. It's fine. How much scrap is there? 13? That's not a lot of scrap. Just get through this real quick. Seven are stranded now? What the hell? What the hell are you guys doing? Why is this so hard for you to do? God damn it. Whatever. I don't want them to keep trapping themselves. So for now, just we'll leave it. Just want to focus on this stupid bit of scrap. It's 9 left. The 6 of them should be able to do this. Guess because it was all poison for that while. It's whatever. What are punch cards? Are punch cards in here somewhere and I just didn't see it? There's books. What do you need punch cards for? Oh. I looked it up. It's for the bots. It increases their movement speed or something. Oh, did they finish? Okay, sweet. Uh, Okay, I'm making this the priority because that allows all of these platforms to be built, and then we can easily build that wall then. Okay, so let them focus on that kind of stuff. Hopefully they come get the rest of that. They get the rest of it already? Okay, good. Perfect. Okay, so now they can actually build that. This is still a high priority, but yet they won't build it. Why not? These are all done. They have dirt. I don't understand. They should have built this like super quick. But they're all building the wall. Why aren't you building this? Waiting for the construction behind to be finished. The hell does that mean? I am super confused. This is all green. It should build it. Those have the planks underneath them already, so I don't get it. Like, this part actually has planks all the way underneath it, except for, like, that square right there. Why are you not got water? The hell? Why is that? That shouldn't be dry dirt. And I don't know why I won't build this. I don't know. Okay, our first batch will be done soon. And they are making progress on the wall. Or the aqueduct, I mean. That really just never got undone there. Alright, well, delete that. Uh, let's try that. Perfect. Okay, cool. Okay. Now that should hopefully uh keep this full and this full without causing any problems. I mean, right now it's just going to flood because it's not built yet, but my little army of builders should be able to take care of that relatively quickly. Okay, so now we have that done. They're now taking care of those crops. That's taken care of. That's all good. We need to decide if we want to run water this way or not. Honestly, this is the issue, is this part right here. Why is it not getting water? I wonder if I have to... close that off or something? I'm not sure, because that should be getting water. Ooh, look at that. They've already got the whole corner in. Man, they're flying. Hopefully that helps a little bit, because I want them to finish this. All of that has stuff under it. Why must you wait for those pieces that literally have planks under them? I don't get it. Man, it really gets polluted water in there fast. I need to fix this then. We'll do it after the bad tide. I guess we could do it now. It doesn't hurt if we did it now. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully that should keep it from flowing over. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, now what's next? They just have to complete that before bad tide's over, which is 7 days. So I think they have some time to finish that. Oh, we got our first batch of cattail roots. Got our first cattail crackers. Okay, we have a space that's quite large over here for chestnuts. That still takes a long time. So I'm thinking we grow maple in here, which is quite a large square. Not even the right spot. 4 days and we're already out of water. 5 days left. We went through. It took 2 days to go through that water. That's a problem. I mean, that does technically work, but that's really awkward placement. Ooh, that fits perfect. Let's get rid of that. It's in the way. Oh, all right. We need to break down and get some more water up in here. Kind of wish these were stackable. That'd be nice. Technically, we could put okay, we can put them up there if we wanted to. Although I kind of probably going to keep that for extra storage. Um, I need to redo all this nonsense. Problem is these pathways here. This needs to be up off the ground. Let's see here. If I do that, then I can have a staircase go like that. Yeah, I definitely need to get this off the ground. Stop using the campfire. Go to bed. Oh, you didn't. I don't care anymore. I want those gone. It's a lot of logs. Finally. Almost done. Okay. 1.5 days. That water will be back up. This is making tremendous progress. That's why we have no logs. Yeah, just leave them open. I guess I need to that place that with dams. Guess we will close this until it overflows in the dams, just so that we fill this back up again. Because the point was to have a little bit of extra during droughts. So hopefully they can get this finished real quick. Come on, beavers. Wake up and fix this. Still 15 injured? You guys are out of water now? It's alright, water will be back in just a second, guys. Can I delete this one? Yes. Why is it there? Did I delete anything important? Nope. Okay, cool. Tired of that. I just need to get it done. Look at that. Food is growing underground. It's just so amazing. I'm just flabbergasted that this actually worked. Now the trick is that don't know if I can do 3 again because I got rid of the floor. Let's do another. Yeah, too far. Okay, so we'll have to go in and then go up a level and then detonate the top however deep we want and then come back to the bottom. I think that's what we'll have to do. Man, I'm just so impressed that this works. It's so cool. Whoa, come on, thirsty beavers. Man, they're fast. I mean, that's 20 water every 25 minutes? 20 minutes? So 60 water an hour? I mean, maybe that's not enough. We do have 300 beavers. How are 2 homeless? The hell? Oh, 2 free beds. Okay, good. I was gonna lose my you know what right there. That'll make their scrap work a little bit faster. Did you replant that even though I told you not to? See, the reason why this is so scuffed is because there's not an extra layer above. Because when this detects polluted water, it turns off, but it has enough time to fill before the polluted water gets over here, which is a problem. I'm not exactly sure how to fix that without just raising this up another level or bringing this down because it doesn't have to be that high up, I guess. Oh, yes, it does. It has to be here or else this won't fill that high. That's right. Shoot. I don't know. Maybe I'll do another levee on top. That should be enough because even if it spills, well, I guess if it spills on that, it's kind of a problem. But I can't really do anything about it. Except that, I guess. And of course, this beaver got stranded. How did he get there? I have no idea. Free yourself, you stupid beaver. We don't have enough spaddock now? Ooh, Bjergen. You need extract? You guys just get high and talk about stuff? I guess that's cool. I guess I could put... put stairs there. And... there? It says it gets all of it. Yeah, I'll just do all of it. Why not? Okay, that should increase our spatter dock, I guess. Let's see how much that helps. Still have 31 jobs we can fill. But not everything is turned on yet either. Start with a strip of it. Oh, you guys can get that whole area? Okay, cool. Such a bummer. All of this is dead land now. We never got water here. It's just not getting filled. I do not know why. Like, there's literal water directly underneath this. It's not turning green. guess we should use as much of this land as we can, right? It's got to be a way. I mean, technically that's our underground farm right there. Ooh, you can't reach all of that. Okay, that's fine. We can put in another forester. Okay, so 40 days we'll have our first maple. Ah, if it was only a little bit more room, we could have fit two in there. But I guess we'll just go with one. We we have two books. I don't know if they're single use or what their deal is. Oh man, this is really coming along so well. I am definitely going to have to redo this transportation network though. Now that I have all these skyscrapers. Makes it a little difficult to get around when we're limiting ourselves by these. Technically, I would like these to be at the same height as this. Like this have this walkway go over. Because then we have all this build area underneath. Not exactly sure how I want to do that though. Because I need to put like 4 campgrounds here. I think that would fix them complaining about not having enough. It's there. There. So that means I need path. Yeah. We could fit 4 in, but we gotta move these and this stuff, so. Not exactly sure how I want to deal with that. Do not have any logs, that's the problem. I've really like maximized as much space as I can here. But I mean, they got a significant portion of this done already, so it won't be too long until we get water flowing. I don't know if it'll be done today, but it'll be soon. Okay, so let's get back down to expansion down here. Okay, I need that one gone. Technically this whole row, yes. And all of these. Can they not do that? Our plan may not work. We may have to destroy some of our crops to be able to get to that. So they can't tunnel upward because they need a platform underneath it, I guess? Okay, oh shoot, that's right. Why do I keep doing that? Why? Oh, it's the ceiling's there. Son of a gun. Alright, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of the crops. Not ideal, but it must be done. Okay, that's doubling at least. Okay, we'll expand all the way out that way and see what happens. All right, still 35 open jobs. You guys still lack materials? We're just not growing enough of that, huh? Well, when the underground opens up, that should fix the problem. All right, temporarily. I guess more builders isn't going to help because we don't have the wood. I was wondering why this wasn't working. It's because they didn't have the stupid tiles in the bottom built. What are we low on? I mean, I guess we could plant more berries. They're not part of their needs, though, right? No. Looks like we need another agora, another dance hall, a bunch of contemplation spots, and those campfires. Although it's kind of a pain to find a place for that. I guess we could put it up here. I want to get as much water storage as I can. Just gonna start shoving it in places because these hold way more water than just a big old thing. So if we could just get like 20 of these, that'd be way more water than this would ever hold. So we may end up investing way more into these than anything else. Okay, you know what? Let's pause a bunch of these lumber mills real quick because we don't have a lot of wood and we have a ton of planks right now. So just pause that. Let whatever little wood we have left build back up. It's just bugging me. Ooh, we're at 36. Nice. I didn't even really do anything. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier for them to finish this. I prioritize that. And that final strip. I, I think they may finish today. Is there no one that can reach you? Alright, he should be able to take care of that now. Okay, all of those are filled now. Hopefully we can survive the drought. See a core have to be on the ground? Yeah, ground only. Is that the only one? Yes. Okay. That needs power. Well, we are right next to power. I don't know if they'll be able to get those without like a staircase or something. What do you mean there's nothing to do in range? Cut down that tree that's right there. Oh, you won't. I mean, it does fit right there. I would have an easier time moving this and putting it there, and then just connecting it real quick. Oh, you were talking to the path to what? The carousel? If I put it in there? Yeah, I would just have to extend that out and around or something. I don't know. I didn't want to have it too far from all of these people. I wonder, will it fit there? It does look like it'll fit there. So what if I do that? Still a no. Why a no? Why you don't want to go there? What's wrong with you? Why is it saying no? Windmill needs room around it? But, I mean, the carousel fits here. So why wouldn't it fit here? I'm assuming it's because of... Oh, you know what? It may be this line. The zip line. That's annoying. I mean, I gotta redo this anyways, but it sucks because that would have been a really good spot because I could just connect the power real quick. Oh, and they redid power too. I gotta see how this works. I wonder if I have to get rid of all this stuff. Oh yeah, it looks just like their tunnels now. It's excellent. Okay. This is the problem. I just don't want to destroy it because I need to make sure that I have everything set up before I get rid of these because then I won't have any chance to fix it. How far across is this? Okay, so that's there. It's 9. Dang it. How tall is 3? Ah, of course, it's in the way. Why wouldn't it be in the way? It's fine. I just wanted to, hopefully, to build this before I destroyed them. Okay, 3 is not going to be enough. So I'm thinking these need to exit somewhere. And I guess I could redo it at the top. I mean, that's the best I'm going to get because there has to be a gap for that. Oh, wait. These aren't going to work. Shoot. That should give me enough room, I guess, underneath to build more stuff. Ooh, wait, wait. I'm doing this wrong. I should. Uh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just those. Nope. We're gonna have to do it manually. should. What hall is a dance hall? Too tall, so a third one would go over the top. So like that. And then we could fit the dance hall on top and then go up another floor. Is that going to be enough space in the middle? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We could fit another dance hall and some other stuff in there. Then a two top of that one. That on top of that, and then hopefully the dance hall fit underneath that. I mean, it looks like it does, right? And then we move those to the top. Yeah, I think that'll work. I mean, it's a little messy, and I won't. Oh, don't crash on me. You know what? Just in case. Okay, so it's a little messy, and we'll have to delete these before we can actually finish building this. How much supplies do we have? I'm thinking we could probably do it. Maybe I should just disconnect these now and then build it. This whole arm will be pretty much unusable until it's built, though. It's fine. Let's just do it. Ooh, I didn't think. This doesn't connect up to that level. Shoot. Now it does. Oh, of course you would be in the way. Then we throw in some contemplation spots that they were complaining about. Yeah, we'll just do 5. There we go. Then we do the next level. Like that. Put in, where station. Actually, where these hook up? I may have to move this. But for now, that's okay. Like, I may have to put this on a tall tower. It's just a single there? Then I need another connection. Ah, it's 4 too far. Okay, 1 too far. Ah, why do you do this to me? Yeah, there, maybe? I want to be able to connect to this one. I don't... So I'd have to put a standard there. I mean, I'd love to be able to put a wall hook. That'd be the best, to be honest. But that won't help me with that. So... Okay, that'll link almost the whole network. What I really need to do... Well, I guess that's all connected now, right? Because that one will connect to that one. It is unfortunate the only way to get to here is to go through that way. I wish there was like another one in between. I mean, whatever, that works. Only problem is I really want to have one over here by our industrial area. I don't think I can do that. Well, I guess I could. That'll work better, right? Alright, so let's see how fast we can build all this stuff. Ooh, I also have to put the hospitals in too. I didn't think about that. I mean, I guess I could just shove them up here for now? I mean, it's not pretty, but it definitely does its job. Oh, it does fit right there. Perfect. Oh, look at that. Oh man, that is so nice. I mean, I kind of would have liked it to extend all the way over, but honestly, it's not that important. Okay, we're gonna leave that closed, and hopefully when this turns back on, it'll fill all the way up. Then we'll have a little bit of extra power for the droughts. Not much. I mean, this doesn't hold a lot of water, but it's enough, I think. Um, we don't really have a solution for power over on this side, though. I mean, I guess we could switch to wind power, right? Why is this is? Oh man, it automate. Oh man, they did such a good job with this. I'm so happy. Okay, that'll give us some. Let's say 246 8. Say 800. Even though I'm pretty sure it's probably only gonna be like 400, but if it is 800, uh, that's 450. Ooh, that is definitely more. I guess we could smash this, add more. Okay, that's alternate power eventually. I'm not super worried about that. Um, I am worried about this never having enough water during droughts, so we have to do something about that. Although we can't really do anything until we get this done, so. How is our farming going? I mean, this thing looks like it's doing pretty well. Okay, water's flowing again. That's slowly filling. So we'll see if that works good or not. Okay, we gotta turn planks back on now. Even though we don't have a lot of wood, but we're out of planks, and they're never gonna finish this if they don't get planks. So, slowly get those turned back on. They're waiting for power, though. I guess they could walk around there. Okay, you guys have power again, and you should have more than enough power now that I added these two. Yeah, we were making 200 extra, so all of these should be working now. All right. We have food, we have water. Why are you filling so slowly? Is there a reason why this isn't filling? Like, what is going on? I guess it is just really slowly. Man, these things do not put out water, that's for sure. I guess they really only contaminated water only makes a really good power source for the iron teeth, I guess. Man, look at that. It took a day to go up barely a block. It takes like what, 2 hours for the main water to do it? Come on. Come on, you can do it. Breach the surface. Breach it. Breach it. Go through the dam now. Oh, it's like right there. It just won't go any higher. Go. Go. Through. There. Yes. Yes. Come on. Does that count? Yeah, boy. There we go. All right, now they're turning. There we go. All right. Starting to make. Are we making planks now? Or did they not get power soon enough? They may not have gotten power soon enough. We'll turn more of these on. We have no gears either, so we may need to turn one of these on too. You don't have a road? Oh yeah, because these aren't done. There you go. Now you're all connected. No, I just need the staircase. That can be on the lowest priority because I'm not going to invest 200 logs into that right now. That doesn't seem like a good use of my resources. We do have enough dynamite now. Not enough planks. Oh, did all of our planks go into this? Oh, okay. About those ones. Yep. All right. How about there? No. Dang it. Okay, we'll just have to go in here manually and check each one. You're good. You're good. So these three are supporting, and I do not know why. And that one. I mean, honestly, I guess it's gonna drive me crazy, but I guess we could just leave them. Oh, I forgot. Too far from the district nonsense. Okay, but that should have freed up a grip of planks. So we'll use those, I hope, to finish building our thing in the center over here. Ooh, they are making progress. Just have a couple more beams over here and here. You know, we do have some injured beavers, and this is technically complete buildings, so we'll put those in. Give the beavers somewhere to go, I guess. Even with the extra campfires, you're still not getting campfire time? Well, we'll give them a couple more days and see what happens. I am tempted to extend this out. We can do that after we actually have this completed. They're making progress. They are picking up some of the planks, so these are on. We just don't have any wood to cut down at the moment. But we can finish planting these maples. And oh, did you just crash, game? Come on. Thank you. Yeah, my computer's struggling right now. Might have one too many things going on at once in this game. I mean, we do have a lot of forests. They're just all were recently cut down, so we must be patient, I guess. Oh, but look at this. Yo, they almost finished a big chunk of this already. Man, we might actually get this done relatively soon. Just a matter of waiting for these to grow and get some logs, and then we'll have that finished in no time. but this really should be the priority. So I'm going to lower the priority of this wall. Oh, they got this built, so now they're able to move around a lot easier. Most excellent. Then they'll get the final part in. This one, not as important. This one's super important, so I'm glad they got that one built. Although it does look like it's a little bit of a challenge for them to get there. Oh, it would help if it was connected. That's why they're not using it. There they go. All right. Okay, hopefully that fixes some of the issues that they were having. You're not really sure what to do with the underground area if I'm just going to leave beams wherever they need to be so I don't have to fiddle with it. Oh man, my cats feel like they're trying to push me into a horror movie because every now and then like I have just a little crack in the blinds for the window and I can't really see out because it's dark, but like there's a wall like right next to where my window is, so every now and then they'll walk across the wall and it'll look like a human's head sticking up over the wall. I'm like, you guys are trying to scare me because they do it every night just to mess with me, I guess. But man, it is definitely terrifying to see that. Just a shadow blocking the little bit of like light that's out there right next to your window, like feet away. So, and like if it was a person, there's not much I could do about it. Like they're right there. I don't have the time to be able to like react fast enough. That's what my dogs are for. That's why I know it's not a human, is because they don't react in any way. Ooh, this is built. Is this? Oh yeah, look at that. We almost doubled the horsepower from these things. Oh, it's because we had the windmills. I see. But yeah, there's plenty of power here now, so I don't have to worry about them. Everything over here is going well. Looks like the water's this double levee system thing that I have here is actually seeming to work, which I am surprised about. Man, there's just an army of beavers building this aqueduct. So good. I do really wish that they would finish. Well, I guess they finished the most important part there, so I don't really care about the rest of it, to be honest. I mean, yes, I need it built, but no, I don't care enough. Oh man, you don't have a cat? That was that that's probably more terrifying than anything. Yeah, the cat was probably looking out the window like, how do I get back out there? And you're looking at him like, how did you get in here? Yeah, I don't have to worry too much about random animals coming in because I got my two big dogs and then a handful of cats that run around outside. Well, yeah, you both probably were having a moment like, why is there a human here? And you're like, why is there a cat here? And then when your brains clicked back in, they're like, okay, time to go. Okay, we are almost to our first batch of maple syrup, which means this. Ooh, that takes wheat flour too. Okay, that's fine because we have a tremendous amount of wheat flour that we're not using, and we can always extend this farm back over all these if we need to. All right, everything seems to be working, which terrifies me because that means something terrible is going on that I'm not looking at. Ooh, they're almost done with this. I'm gonna have to reset up scrap piles over here and maybe get the mine going soon. Especially if I'm gonna build the final monument. That takes a lot of metal. But these get built surprisingly quickly. Like it looks like a tremendous amount of stuff, but yeah, I gotta admit, it does look a little impressive now. I didn't expect it to actually evolve like this. It was more like my main goal for this was to try out these zip lines and the vertical building of dirt stuff. This one is see, I do an average of 3 hours each stream, and I've streamed this particular run, I don't know, maybe 6 times or something. So 20 hours, 20 or 30 hours, something like that. Yeah, it's the experimental version. I completed the game with the Iron Teeth, and then I switched over to this. So yeah, maybe I don't know. It could be a little bit longer than that, but I don't think it's very long. So I don't think I've done this particular run for more than a week. Oh yeah, see? You're doing good then. I killed my beavers off the first couple of times. And now, uh, an apocalypse of 280 deaths is not even that big of a deal to me anymore. I'm just kind of expect it. On my Iron Teeth build, I had almost five or 600 beavers, and I would lose like 2/3 of them during random accidents. So if you're that far in, you're probably good. Yeah, it's little things like that. Like the most recent death of all my beavers, I think it was yesterday, or maybe the day before, was I messed with this dam and I changed one little thing and it just made all the water disappear and they all died. They did all starve too because this farm wasn't finished built. So that didn't help. Yeah, managing food is very difficult. Yeah, that's probably all the beavers that you really need, I think. Like, the reason why I have so many beavers is because I have all these huge projects, and the majority of them are all builders. So, but I mean, I do have a lot of, like industrialized beavers too. So it's just a matter of how big and how slow you want to go. Because I'm streaming, I'm kind of like pushing the limits a little bit, trying to get as many beavers and as many things going on at once so that I can like actually build these super big monuments in a reasonable amount of time. But like ideally you'd probably want to have like less beavers than this, maybe only like 150, 200, because that's a way easier to, manage food and well-being and all that good jazz. So, but I mean with a lot of beavers you can do a lot. So it all depends on what you're trying to do. Yeah, food is a bit of a challenge in the beginning, and as long as you like have enough beavers and things going on, like you don't really need a ton of room for food, but having a good like variety is important. And if you're playing with the Happy Tails or whatever the first faction is, you don't need berries at all, so you can just get off of that as soon as possible because they don't help you very much at all. I think they're like one berry feeds like half a person or something, so they need like two berries or something per person. I don't remember. Yeah, berries will build up really fast. Berries are the last thing that they'll eat too. So if there's a choice of any other food type, they'll go for that first. Yeah, you don't unless you're playing with the Iron Teeth, you don't need berries at all. Well, I mean, you need a little bit for the herbalist. Like, this is all the berries I have right here. So I have like 170 or 200 just to keep the herbalist full of berries. But other than that, these people don't need berries at all. And I would recommend getting off of berries. Like whatever area that you have berries planted right now, I would plant that over with uh like carrots or potatoes or something else that actually gives a benefit. Because like if you look in here, berries are not part of their nutrition at all. There's no benefit to berries. So yeah, I mean, the my first couple playthroughs too. Like I would keep all the berries that were like available, and just milk them like crazy. But yeah, you definitely want to get away from berries. So somebody in chat came in and was like, "Why are you still using berries? That doesn't even help your beavers." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Look at your nutrition. There's no berries, so there's no bonus. So you really want to get like I personally like potatoes because they give you a +2 and they're pretty easy to make, but you do need to grill them. So it's kind of a process. So ideally you start with carrots and sunflowers, then you move to potatoes, and then you step it up to like your spatterdock and cattail. Well, probably spatterdock because once you have potatoes, you uh, grilled things are all made in these thingies in your grills, and they require like people and logs and stuff. So yeah, as soon as you got grills up and going, you should be focusing on like potatoes and like have an area for your chestnuts and get your spatterdock down because you can always put spatterdock in your first initial river area because you need to have it needs to be underwater, but it can't be more than one square down. And where they start you is almost always right next to some water that has enough space for it. So I would just throw the spatterdock down. That's why I haven't had cattails till right now. A bunch of cattail roots? Are we not? No, they are producing it. We don't have enough logs. It's always logs. I'm gonna prioritize you and see what happens. These are our chestnuts. Okay. So chestnuts grow way faster than the maple trees do. No, Spatterdock first. This one. Because this is whatchamacallit. It is grilled. And that's how you get grilled food. To do the cattails, you need to be able to turn them into flour and then turn them into crackers. So it's a whole thing. So definitely do the Spatterdock first. If you have grills already, then yeah, it's just a matter of throwing them into changing the recipe on the grill because you have the 3 different recipes. Oh, did you guys finish this? And you got the dance hall in? Oh man, that is excellent. That is so good to see. I love it. I could have put these under, couldn't I? Oh, maybe not. Guess they won't go there. Interesting. Grindstones will. Oh well. Well, yeah, with cattails, you would have to get a grill, a grist mill, and a bakery, which is like 2 other things to research in here. They were rather expensive, research wise, whereas the grill is cheap. So it's better to just stick with the cheaper stuff and work your way up. But I mean, once you get like an observatory or the number cruncher for the iron teeth, you don't have to worry about science anymore. Yeah, like I have 35. I'm not doing anything with that. That'll unlock these 2 things, and then I can unlock roofs or whatever. But I have pretty much everything I want unlocked. I did mess with bots a little bit. They're okay. I mean, they're not. I don't see a purpose for them personally because I just have beavers do the job. So yeah, you gotta. I put the observatory in as soon as I have enough points. Ooh, look at that! You guys are almost done. Bet that means there's more underground stuff for me to clear out. Wait, where's the tunnel stuff? Oh, too far from a district. What are you talking about? Oh, I didn't connect the road. It's always something so simple. I don't like that all of these have to be here, though. I mean, yeah, I think I don't know exactly how bots are supposed to work, but I think that like you could do if you had all bots, you could do 24-hour shifts or something, or I don't know. Like I really have no idea like what the functionality of like what the benefit to having bots is. Because when I built them, like it didn't really like seem to change anything. They still work roughly the same amount of time as a regular beaver does. So, because they have to like recharge themselves and nonsense. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I haven't built them with these people yet, so maybe it'll make a difference. And ideally, you'd want them to work on 24-hour shifts, but you can't set them to 24 hour, like set the working hours to 24, then all your beavers will work 24 hours, and you don't want that. So I'm not sure exactly like how that's supposed to work, like what the benefit of them are. So I don't know. I'm sure somebody who has more hours than this is like, oh yeah, bots are the best. You just use them like this, and they work perfectly. And like, it would probably make perfect sense, and I would probably get way more enjoyment out of them. But I don't have the patience to learn. I mean, ideally, if they wanted like quality of life, they could have a second working hours thing just for bots, or or like in here have it say, bots work 24 hours a day regardless of your working hours or something. If there was some explanation of how they work better, then cool. But right now, I mean, to me, it just seems pointless because, I mean, look at the resources it takes just to build one. You have to have all three of those pieces, and you have to have four arms. So you'd have to spend four planks and 12 gears just to build one bot. And they take like 18 hours to build one piece or whatever, or 36 hours to build one bot. So, I mean, if they had more utility, or if I knew how they worked, you know. So, I don't know. But like, even when I put the beavers at 24-hour schedules, they don't work 24 hours a day. There's still like a gap of time that they just don't do anything. So, I don't know. To me, it just seems like maybe bots are for like people that are really far, much, much further in, invested time wise, and know how to use them or something. But as for me, like, I just don't see the purpose. I can just build a ton of houses and get 500 beavers. it's it's just as good. So I mean, I don't know because I don't know how to properly use them. I couldn't, say what they need or don't need to improve them. I don't use them enough. Like I know for sure that these things would be 1,000 times better if you could do 3 lines instead of just two. But I mean, I can understand why they don't do 3 lines because it would be a little complicated. Right now, it's just the beaver goes one way, beaver goes the other way. So yeah, it would be nice to have a like a sandbox mode that you could just build whatever you wanted. But this is also not a game where it's as necessary. Like you can pretty much test the things you want if you just spend the time. Whereas like oxygen not included, you play that game, woo wee! Do you need a sandbox mode to be able to do stuff with that? Because man, oh man. Oh, bad titan. Gotta test our new thing. Does it work? Oh, it works beautifully now that I fixed this. It didn't even go up over the top. It was definitely just a matter of putting it down there. Okay. Oh, Satisfactory is also awesome. I did a almost a complete playthrough on that. I did the original before it was 1.0 version, and then another one once 1.0 came out until my PC couldn't handle it anymore. I mean, I was building a super factory, so I can understand why my PC was like, nope, that is too much for me to handle. So one day I'll go back and play more Satisfactory for everybody on the stream once I get a better computer, but that game is also fantastic. It's not as complex as Oxygen Not Included, though. Oxygen Not Included is probably by far one of my favorite games of all time. Like, it seems simple, but there is so much to it that just boggles your mind. Like, people have built like petroleum boilers and all sorts of things that are not in the game, but using the game's like functionality, you can build insane things. Like, this looks cool. I I will admit it does look cool, but like some of the stuff that in Auction Not Included is mind blowing because it uses like real world physics. Like you have to know like well, I mean, I guess you don't have to know. You can look it up or figure it out, but they're like the condensation points of gases and liquids and when certain things turn to other things. Like you get oil in that game, and if you heat it up to a certain point, you'll get petroleum, which is what you need for like gasoline to fill your rockets and stuff to go to other planets. But if you get it too hot, then it turns into sour gas, which just poisons and kills your entire colony. So you have to like know what the balance between those things are. And people have built like these complex petroleum boilers that like get oil hot enough that it just turns to petroleum and then cools it down and then sends it through a pipe system so you have all this petroleum forever and like oh so good. The game is just so good. But like there's so much you can do with it because like you have like thermal conductivity. You have how much like uh the transfer rate between different things. So like if you have a hot liquid going through a cold area, you can heat up the area or vice versa or like, you know, condense carbon dioxide into liquid and then use that for stuff and like it's just it really teaches you a lot about like science and stuff like that. So that's why I really like Oxygen Not Included. I mean, I love these kind of games too, which are a little less complicated but just as impressive, because this is like a three-dimensional top-down, whereas Auction Not Included is I think it's like 2.5D, so like it's looks like I think it's three-dimensional characters in a 2D world or something like that. But yeah, they update that game a lot, and like they have a bunch of expansion packs now. Some of them like completely change the game, and other ones just like add like quality of life stuff. So I don't know. I really love that game. Yeah, 3D side scroller, I guess would be because it's not technically 3D because you can't rotate around it in a circle because it is a side scroller, so it's a 2D space. So it's like I think it's technically 2.5D. I don't remember. I don't know. It's been forever since I've been to school for all this nonsense, so I don't remember the exact thing. But yeah, 3D side scroller sounds way better than a 2.5D because it's essentially using a 3D model in a 2D space. Yeah, I went to college for video game production in like 2012 or 13 or something like that. So it's been quite a few years. Ah, they are making progress with our expansion here. I guess I should have them tunneling out the area below it as well. All right, but they are making progress in the underground farm, which is fantastic. 3D interactive gaming, so like AR or like augmented reality stuff, or is it like more like 3D models and stuff like that that you were learning? They're so close to finishing this aqueduct. Okay, 3ds Max, yeah. Yeah, I got screwed because I went to school and they taught us Adobe Flash. And then literally like 2 years later after I graduated, Flash was no longer a thing. It just got deleted from mainstream media. So yeah, that sucked really bad. So I learned all action script programming and animations and all that kind of stuff. So I can make a complete game in Flash, but that doesn't help me now. So that's why I retaught myself C sharp and how to make stuff in Unity. But it's a long process when you're doing it, learning all that stuff by yourself from scratch. Because they didn't teach us 3D models because it's all Adobe Flash. So we learned how to make sprites and things like that. Which I guess technically you can make a game with sprites in Unity, but yeah, it's just one of those things where I was just like, well, spent a lot of money for college for it to be useless. I know a lot of people out there, especially in the technology, that are like, yeah, I became an expert at this one thing that doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, it's because full time guys knew that it was just for a paycheck. They didn't care about any of the nonsense. Yeah, pretty much the same boat. I mean, the one thing that it did get me is that it taught me how to learn. So I could teach myself C sharp and how to use Unity and all that good stuff. So knowing what to learn about is probably the only thing I got out of there. Because I know, 3ds Max, and like Maya and all those programs. Like they taught us Maya, which was weird because that's not super useful generally in video games. I mean, it's good for like buildings, but not so great for 3D models. It's way more complicated to make a 3D model in Maya than it is 3ds Max. And I think Maya renders slower too. But that's how it goes. Most people that go to college don't really get anything out of it. So just because society says, you're supposed to go to college, and jobs are like, well, you got to have this degree, and you're like, why? Like I went in for a job interview for like a server or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was like some regular like blue collar job. And they were like, "Oh, you got to have a bachelor's degree for this." And I was like, "To serve people food? Like what are you talking about?" They're like, "Everybody's got to have a degree." I was just like, they're like, "Any degree, doesn't matter what it's in, just as long as you got a piece of paper that says you have a degree." And I was like, "Yo, this is dumb." So, and then I was working in the video game industry for like 10 years before I went to school. So I was like, yeah, I'll go to school, I'll get my degree, and then I'll be able to like become a producer or whatever. And as soon as I got to my degree, no company would hire me anymore because they're like, oh, no, 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 no. We want uneducated people to work in our industry, not educated ones. I mean, part of me is like, yeah, I mean, I guess that they can teach and not reteach because it's harder to unlearn things. I get that, I guess. But it's also like the industry is very like I don't want to say evil because most companies are evil in that sense, but like it's easier for them to have uneducated like fresh out of high school kids work for them, so and they could just like pay the minimum of minimum wage and then fire them as soon as they get to the point where they've been there long enough to get a raise, than to pay someone that's actually had years of experience because that requires them to pay you more. And there's a lot of like cover up stuff too. Like I've worked for companies that did some really, really shady stuff. And if you're a new person that's never had a job before, you're not going to know that that's shady. You're not going to know that, oh, that's not supposed to happen at a workplace. Like people could get sued and lose companies over some of this stuff. But as like, someone who's had decades of experience, oh, you can't do that kind of stuff. That's illegal. Like one of my first jobs, like they had me working 100 hours a week and I was not getting triple time and double time and shit like that. Like it was just like, you got your overtime pay, you should be fine. And I'm like, no, after, so many hours in a week, you're supposed to get double time and triple time and shit like that. Like I probably lost tens of thousands of dollars that they just kept. But, that's part of being young and inexperienced. And I'm sure that has a lot to do with why, like, I can't get rehired in the industries because they'd rather take advantage of somebody that doesn't know any better. And because why pay someone an extra 10 grand if you can keep that 10 grand, right? Now, why are you not filling up? Maybe it just hadn't had enough time. Yeah, see? Stuff like that. Whereas if you had never had a job before and you didn't know that you were supposed to be getting paid extra, like he'd put you on them. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, you're fine. It's just a normal work day." But I mean, that's kind of just how the system works. Every company is like that. Ooh, are you guys finally out of scrap up here? Okay. I knew it would happen eventually. All right. So I need to get scrappers up here. And then I need think there's 1,000 right there. I think it's worth putting in a pile here. I guess it would be because I'm gonna put in the mine eventually anyways, so we'll put a scrap pile there right now. Why not? Oh, we have laws in California too. But if you don't know what the laws are, then you have no idea that, you know, what laws they're breaking. Ooh, are you still cutting these trees down? Shoot. Uh, okay. Should be okay now, I think. Alright, our maple is coming around. I don't see any yet. We are close. 70 is about what we're at for most of them. Man, we sure do go through logs, though. I guess once we finish these big projects, we won't go through laws as much. The logs as much. Could put more oak down. Hmm. Guess I can wait. Ooh, we're up to 41 already. Lord. Still getting stung like crazy by bees, but it doesn't seem to really affect me that much, so. Yeah, it's a little different here. Like, technically, since we're paid through the company can declare what they paid people for their taxes, and unless they get audited, which is very rarely, they don't really have to worry about it. Okay, so all the food types are good now. Still need more contemplation spots. Campfire, even though I put 4 more in, did not fill that up. So I'm gonna have to put more campfires. And another agora. And the second dance hall didn't get that all the way up either. I think it's because we have so many beavers. We had, if we only had like 150 beavers, all of these would be maxed out. So it's partly my problem. Guess we could put more Lidos in. We never did put that carousel in, did we? Yep, it was definitely the wire. Okay, so now that the carousel is in, you know what? It probably... Wait, where's the door? Okay, there's the door. Oof, that's right where I wanted it to go. Um, can we build off this now? Now that they changed power. I mean, it shows green. Does it? It does. Oh, shut the front door. And it's still getting... Oh, man. That is fantastic. We have enough extra power for that? Not really. That'll be the last thing that we can have running unless we have... I guess we could set up the solar wind turbines, I guess, somewhere. Man, I wanted them to finish this, but I don't think I have enough time to let them finish that today. Shoot. Technically you can make pipes in this game. I'm just not very good at it. So, the way pipes work, is like this. Okay, so say you have a small aqueduct. Let's just do that. And then carve this out real quick. Just for visualization sake. Should hopefully be far enough away from the beavers that they don't build on it. We'll just pause so they don't. Okay, so you have your little aqueduct, right? Now, if you take and I had to have just made it the wrong sizing. Let's make this easier. Okay, so if you have your little dam or whatever, or if it was like this, right? And it's super big and tall, and it's at the top of the world because it needs to be as high up as possible. If you have a nether reservoir, it will always fill the water from one to another to match the same height. So what you do is you would keep it like so, and then probably would be easiest to... Okay, you take out a section like that. Now you can do this underground as well, but you have platform like so. Okay, so now there's a pipe that goes from this one to this one. If this was your main reservoir where all your water comes in, water would go through this pipe and fill up this secondary reservoir up to the same height as this one. So you could have a piping system underground, especially now that they have tunnels and stuff. It makes it way easier to do this, but you could have like your big aqueduct over here that stores all the water, or up on top of a mountain somewhere, and then just run a pipe from the bottom of it all the way down to your village. And then you wouldn't have to do a huge aqueduct system like this. You could just do a single, like, one by one little pipe like this and run it all the way over to wherever you want your aqueduct to that's down below, and it will fill it to the same level as the whatever your highest level is here. So you could have piping. Now, I played around with it a little bit. I don't quite have it all figured out yet. I will probably do some more pipe tests now that we have tunnels and stuff to make it a little bit easier to play with, but it is doable. Pump from tanks, like what tanks? Like, give me an example of what you would want. So you're saying like have something that requires a liquid to just have a pipe from one of these tanks to the liquid? I mean, I guess. I don't. I mean, they do have stuff for water. Like you could put in the mechanical fluid pump. and that takes water from a water source and pumps it out the other side. So you could technically, well, if I didn't have a road there, but like you could put this up here, it would show and pump the water from the thing down into another thing, or from down here. Like if I wanted to pump water up here, I could put this machine up here, go down to the water, and just have it pump water through here, and that works. It just takes a lot of power. I mean, it just depends. I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of would be better, but I don't know. As it is now, functionality wise, I think it functions pretty good. If I could figure out how to do pipes, it would be better, but it's not that big of a deal, I think. Because you have fluid dumps too. You could do this. You could just sit there, and these work pretty efficiently. So, like, if you had an area that was, say, if I wanted to fill this with water, but I didn't want to run an aqueduct over there, I could just put fluid dumps up there, and the beavers would carry water and then dump it in there. So it does technically do what you're talking about, just not as efficiently. Like ideally, you would want to have like just a pipe run through and over to wherever you want, and it would just pour water out. But I mean, like I said, they're adding all sorts of new stuff, so you never know. Like they just changed how power works. Now you do the power like this, and like build it off the top and build it up above, and all sorts of crazy nonsense with the power that you never could do before. Like look at that. That is so cool. They never had any of that before, and this is all because of how they do their the new subway system for the Iron Teeth. So I can't wait to finish this one so I can go play with the Iron Teeth, because these zip lines are okay, but they're not nearly as cool as the subway for the Iron Teeth. That's so much more functional. You can have it run under the ground and all sorts of other stuff. Oh, it just looks so good. And while these zip lines are fast, they are kind of annoying. Having like all these extra rules, like you can't have anything underneath it when it clips through, because then it's technically hitting the lines or whatever. So you have to build everything up high, and it's just meh. It's okay. It does its job, but definitely not nearly as cool as the Iron Teeth. I think they've put way more stuff for the Iron Teeth faction than for this faction. But it is what it is. I mean, at least they have the zip lines now. It was atrocious before. Like when I did the full playthrough of the Iron Teeth, man, it's bad. I mean, technically you're supposed to use their district system, but I tried. I tried making new districts. It just such a hassle. None of the maps are like super big enough that I really had to worry about it, but it was still pretty bad. Like people would be working almost all night long, even though they were set at 16-hour shifts just because everything was so far away. Yeah, districts are a pain to set up. Like I think that it's ideally the premise of them is awesome because it makes everything close, and then beavers work. The less the beavers have to travel, the more time they're actually working, so you get more done. But in reality, setting them up is so difficult because you can't have them touch. You have to have them separated by a district crossing, and then like you have to have room for a district crossing, and then you have to. It's just, yeah, it's just too much. It's just easier to take more time to do stuff, honestly. Now, I don't know why. I guess that's the only way to get over there. I was going to say, I don't know why they're taking the long way around when they could go this way, but I guess it's technically shorter for them to go from here to there. Oh, did I not put in... Oh, no, I did. Okay, there's impermeable floor there. Made that mistake one too many times. That's how I flooded this area till I put the impermeable floor in every section. But this works really good. I I love the vertically stacked farms. This totally changes the game. This and tunnels. I think tunnels is probably the biggest game changer for me because it just expanded the whole map. Now I can build underneath all these mountains. I don't have to build tons of dynamite. And the fact that you can farm underground is just fantastic. Now I don't know if this works for regular crops like carrots and shit, but it does work for underwater crops. So, but technically, as far as I can see, you should be able to grow trees and everything else under the ground. And I mean, look at this map. Like, see how much actual building room I have? Very little compared to how much there's just underground that you could build out and have complete entire cities under the ground. So that is a huge game changer in my opinion. That and you know, vertical farms, vertical I think the vertical farms is the same as the tunnels because technically this is underground because it's under the farm itself. So I don't know if they intended to have stuff under the map like that, but it is great. And this, even though I'm not a huge fan of the zip lines. They are fantastic. They get your beavers where they need to go so much faster. Like everything gets built 1,000 times faster. That's why, like when I say I've only been doing this for like a week or so, like maybe 30, 40 hours, something like that, like it's because of the zip lines. This probably would have taken twice the amount of time to do this if I didn't have the zip lines in. Or I would have had to put in districts or something because everything would have been so far away. Like, look, all of this stuff is a minimum of 100 distance, and some of the stuff over here is almost 200. So, like, yeah, it's pretty far. And without the zip lines, they would spend all day walking over here, and then work for a couple hours, and then have to spend all day walking back. So, I don't know. The improvements are truly making the game something unique slowly over time, and I like it a lot. But I think I should call it here. They're not going to finish that stupid aqueduct today. It's probably going to take them another like hour or something. And I don't have the time for that. I got to take my cat to the vet in the morning, so I got to try to go get some sleep. So, as usual, if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, join Discord so you know time I'm streaming it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!